exciting matchup tonight we have for you.
And I hope so. So let's get on moving to the stats.
All right,
So,
I wanted to take a look at this because I'm very excited to see this new Bunts of Steel team. Last season, Bunts of Steel came up short in the championship, and returned only one player from that team. But even still, they come out with a 6-2 record, and still it looks like it's the same Bunts of Steel from last season, even though they're a completely different team. The only person they are returning is Casca Reborn. But instead of get to the chopper like they had last year, they have Rennie Boy, who seems to be a good offensive player. He has 13 goals, 4 assists, 28 shots on the team. What are you seeing from this Cthylla team, Carnage?
so look, so looking at it, it doesn't look like there's too much between them. It does look like they convert more of their goals. But I mean, somebody needs to go ahead and see what the GM is about because every time for the past 3 or 4 seasons, Bundts still always have these wonderful players that just mesh so well, and they always mesh very well out of the gate too. So moving into it, I think it's just going to be a more so if Cthylla could just keep their nerves, knowing that right now they got a Goliath moving at them.
Yeah, one thing I'm looking at is the total shots from each team. I feel like there's more offense coming from this Bunsen team still. As you said, they do click very well early. And you can see the goals for difference. You have Bunsen still with 24 goals. You have Cthylla with 17 goals. And so it's going to be definitely more offense coming from Bunsen Steel. My thing is, what happens if this game turns into a shootout? Can Cthylla, who isn't as offensively as inclined as Bunsen Steel, can they keep up? Can Cthylla keep this a low-scoring game, which they actually have a better goals against than Bunsen Steel? So if they can keep this game a low-scoring game, they might have a great opportunity of taking many of these games.
And most certainly, BB. Moving on to the players' stats, and we're gonna show the people exactly what we're looking at here. So right away, we've only played 2 games, 28 shots in 2 series, and they played all 8 games. No, they're gonna light it up. And looking at Rennie, 46.43, that's a high conversion rate. But let's not downplay Cthylla here. They do have protocol who can also shoot at a 41.67%. So I'm looking at this to be a very offensive game. There might be more defensive, probably starting off, but I think once everyone's clicking, we might have a barn burner here.
We could indeed. We could indeed. Let's see.
All right, we got everybody in the lobby. They're loading in. We're ready. The fans seem to be ready. We already got a whole bunch of Catillas in the chat. Holy smokes, they buy everyone right now. We got Kitty Meow Meow on one side, Enterprise on the other. And here we go, folks. Going off with the kickoff. Some of the bases right there for Rinsege, and he's going up for it. Emily deletes him very quickly. No one's going for the ball right now. She's going to have to just take it on with zero boost in the tank. Goes for the up and over, gets past one. Going for the second. Here comes the air dribble. Oh, and that
Oh,
looks like an unfortunate own goal coming in from it. And unfortunately, I think right now it might just be nerves of steel. Both teams have played for the first time. Yep, Rensuke's coming through a little bit late and just goes right in. And actually, I think Rensuke is actually Rennie Boy. I talked to him earlier. I think his laptop cracked, so he's actually playing on his Switch right now, which I don't think it changes
oh
much.
wow.
But going through with this, what do you see actually coming out of that first goal?
I see in that first goal, it seemed as if neither team was really going for the ball, but Cthylla seized the opportunity quicker and saw that nobody was going for it. It just looked like Bunts still like you said, may have been nerves, like may have just came out a little bit flat, may have just been a mishap in rotation. It's very early in the game. We'll see if they can respond, and it looks like they're doing a good job of keeping the ball in the middle of the field, not letting Cthylla get too much pressure, and you've seen a little bit of the offense. And nice shot and good demo, and that's what we're talking about for Bunts of Steel. A great shot by Castor Reborn. I had the opportunity to talk to him earlier about the fact that even though they only returned one player, how is that they're still 6-2, number one in the league? He said because we pretty much just replaced our 2 top players that we lost with 2 equally as aggressive players, in Rennie Boy and Kitty Meow Meow. So and they're also communicating better. That's one thing that he said. He feel like last year they didn't communicate as well sometimes, and so to hear a team who was able to make it to the championship game say, "Oh yeah, we only got better," that's kind of scary for the rest of the teams in this tier.
It is indeed, and Cthylla missed an open opportunity. Actually, had two people commit to that, but no one went for it. And let's go real quick. Let's shout out to Cass for having a gizmo. You don't see too many odd cars out here. You might see a Merc or two, but you don't see odd cars like that one. And, this is why I find amateur pretty interesting because at one point you're half to where they can't. Some of them can barely do a basic dribble, but then that same person that can barely do a basic dribble hits a double tap out of nowhere. And at this point, it's like every season the skill gap gets higher and higher. And going into it, like I said, their rotation is actually probably more clean than most people that we play with in ring right now.
Oh yeah, the number of amateur players that go straight from contender or even go a little bit above that is climbing each and every year, and we're seeing some great play from these teams right here. We might see a couple players on these teams switch from amateur to contender next year, especially on Bundts of Steel. They're doing great passing, great pressure. They're keeping up right here. They have Cthylla in the corner, and they're not letting up. And Castor with Vaughn. Speaking of some of the skills level in amateur, I will say I would like to see it's becoming like a ping pong match where just one player's hitting the ball, another player's hitting the ball, and just going back and forth. I would like to see one of these teams take more possession of the ball, and we're seeing more of this ping pong action. But we're also seeing Bundts of Steel once again keeping the pressure up on Cthylla and doing a really good job of keeping the ball on Cthylla's side of the court. I mean, side of the field.
Yeah, I think we got a shot down on the other side of the field. Kitty gets a save, but I think it's just one of those. I mean, you've been there, I've been there, a couple other people have been there where it's just like, oh, that one just bounces in. It might have been a side flip from Rennie Boy. Hold on, folks. Hold me on that one. We'll go to see what happens. Kitty makes a touch. It's a ghost touch. And Emily just gets a poke through. Awkward position. Gets a goal out of it, 2-1. And right now, I'm just seeing a whole bunch of awkwardness from both teams. And it might not even be the rotation. It's just booming the ball. We know these teams can win. One has 4 wins, one has 6 wins. We know they can win. But I think it just comes down to they don't want to make a mistake. We got an inspill pass from Emily. Strike gets it back out. But yeah, I don't think they don't want to make a mistake. And you see this a lot from any team that doesn't want to make a mistake. They'll just boom it out. They might have a touch, but they don't want to make that bad touch out. So they just get rid of it and they give it right back to the other team, or both teams are just playing tennis with it because nobody just wants to hold on and get demoed and there's an open goal or they get dunked on. And I think it's just coming down to streaming. Here goes the infield pass.
Oh,
Emily gets it, snipes the other side, and it looks like Cthylla is now finally getting into their groove. Infield pass goes across the net, leaves Cast for a dead because it goes straight to the other side. And right now, I think it's just a lot of nerves coming out from the Buns of Steel. And hopefully, like this game, if it ends the way it is right now at 3-1, that they just sit down and talk. But I think both teams need to talk here coming up soon about just calming it down a little bit. We got infield pass that goes sky high, 100 boosts to Enterprise. Enterprise quickly. Here comes Cass off the backboard. In amateur, that's a deadly thing. Here it comes. There's a tip ball, free ball. Rennie misses it off a demo
oh,
play. Enterprise gets a put back, and I think the demo, he went for the demo, and then getting that demo actually threw his car off. You can kind of see, he can't see through the smoke screen. It's just open. And yeah, I think it's just right now they just need everybody just needs to calm down. But right now, I think Cthylla is actually calm. They might not need anything to talk about after this.
yeah, Cthylla is looking real good. The score is 4-1 with a minute left. I talked a lot about the defense, and I thought Cthylla would have wanted a lower scoring game. They are absolutely proving me wrong. We are seeing way more offense from Cthylla than what I thought. It's so crazy because you're seeing more pressure from Bundts of Steel. As of even right now, they're putting great pressure on the ball, just really can't get anything to fall. But Cthylla is making such great. It, making the most out of the opportunities that they do have. If there was a time of possession counter, you would see more time of possession is in the Bundts of Steel favor, but Cthylla is just making way better use of their shot opportunities as they actually are now playing Bundts of Steel game and are now keeping Bundts of Steel in the corner and keeping the pressure up on them. This series is going completely different than what I imagined. How about you?
Yeah, let me check their stats real quick. I'm looking at it, and Cthylla's actually out shooting the Buns of Steel 6-3 right now. So it's completely switched a change of pace right now. They're going more offensive than they are defensive. They might have caught the Buns of Steel out. Another boom ball. We might get a last second goal. No, we don't. And then going into this little extra time, they got about, well, counting this, about 65 seconds. Honestly, I think Cthylla came in and they were like, you know what? They're looking at the defensive stats and we're not going to be defensive. We're just going to come out and hit them right back in the mouth. Now, unfortunately, Bundts still did have a lot of possession for an entire minute and nothing came of it. So it did show that Cthylla can still play defensive prowess. But if you let them out, they will hit you square in the mouth.
Yeah, yeah. They heard the scouting report and they've heard what people have been saying about them. They've completely just switched how they're playing and they're taking it directly to Bunts of Steel, who have been playing really great offensively this season. So it is very surprising to see this. We'll see if it was a case of nerves. If streaming is a big deal. All your family, friends is watching. So maybe it was just a case of nerves. So we'll see if Bunsen still can play like they have been playing this season and start putting some more pressure, and not even put more pressure up. Start getting some of these shots to fall, and actually getting a better shot opportunity.
Most certainly. And I do power rankings here, and I did have Bundts still at number one just because I think they were probably one of the only 6-2 teams. But I put Cthylla right on the outside. I think it's at 5 or 4 because they're not a bad team. If you go back and look at the games they played, all of these amateur teams from, I say, the top five and up, any one of those teams can actually pretty much win it here. That's why like 4 or 4 doesn't mean anything. And hopefully, going on to the further in the season, we see Cthylla probably hit their stride to where some of those losses were probably close losses. They turn them into wins, and hey, they got a run here. But we got the players loading back into the lobby right now. Hopefully, we got everybody up. We got Emily going for the kickoff, and I'm pretty sure I can't see him, so that means Rennie's going to go for the kickoff. And now the only thing I think that they need to change up is they probably just need to let Rennie go. Despite all whatever they're going to do, just let Rennie take rips at it, and everybody just kind of follow suit behind him. Because if he's taking multiple shots a game, that means it's working for him. But right now, I think he only took one that last game, and it's kind of slowing him down here.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. You had Rennie who was averaging 517 points per game. So to see him not be able to really get anything going in that, I don't know what you do as a team to try to get a player like that more shot opportunities, but maybe try to have him, maybe have somebody lead demo for him or whatever, so you can get a good shot. But they need to start looking at something right now.
Honestly, and I think their formula was when Kitty demoed on the back line, giving Cass a free goal. Maybe they just sent Kitty up. But I think this is where the captain for any team has to take place. And actually, speaking of the captain, we got Cass with a goal, opening up 1-0. This might change their fate. Right before I was talking about most of the time, you have a star player, and your captain is not your star player most of the time. And that's who usually steps up in these stream matches because they have no nerve. Because if you don't take the captain position unless you have pretty good nerves of steel, and that's what we're seeing from Cass right here.
Yeah, Castor Reborn, like I said, I had the opportunity to talk to him before the game. He said he naturally takes a more defensive role in these games, but we're seeing his offensive bag is beginning to show. He sees that his team may need that spark as they are lost game one, and right now Cthylla is oh, they got out of a tough situation. Buster Steel is now on the run. Let's see. Oh, Castor lost the touch. Now Six is taking it, pushing it midfield. You have a battle right now going on in midfield, seeing which team is going to take possession. Emily pops it over to the right side of the field. What would you do in order to get your player like Ren started, so you can start getting some points on the board from him?
To get him started, to be honest, I would just tell him go forward, go up. You don't have to get a shot, but if he's doing something, getting these touches like right there, getting a 50 off of strike right there, Emily coming up. Oh, that wasn't Emily. That was actually Enterprise getting in. We got a ball just rolling. Can't get
Oh,
it in. We got a quick save from Emily, and we get the ball out. But going back to it, I'll just tell Rennie, hey, go forward. We'll be right behind you if this is what's going to happen. Enterprise takes a shot. But before we get off topic here, Emily actually only played one game up to this, and Emily to me was the like overall MVP of that last game. I believe she also got the MVP of that last game. So I think only having a player that only played one game, there's not a lot that you can really go off because you play one game, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 shots. You have no scouting report over that. And Emily right now is just becoming a ball hawk for him, especially when she's in front of net, and especially if she can just get a pop up over him, like right here, the ball is up. Here comes Enterprise, strikes waiting. I think Emily's waiting on the backside. Then everybody just kind of waiting there. They're just gonna reload, go right back at him. No need to rush it. Emily's going right after the ball again. Actually, he's going to go out and let her teammate come in to help her. Strike's going up the sidewall. It gets past the one. Enterprise is somewhat in the way. We got a team bomb, but it's going to work out in their favor. Going back to the other side, they also beat them. They're going to load it out. Emily is demoed. That was their shooter, and I think they're just going to go ahead and kill their playmaker at the moment. But kudos to the Cthylla squad to get one in, regardless of the demo. They still get the goal in, and they're right back on even.
Yeah, what I'm seeing from a nice goal by Enterprise, first of all, for recognizing that pass by 6. You're seeing, even though this, 1-1, 149 left, you're seeing a lot more patience from Cthylla than you are from Bundts Steel. When especially when they're pushing the ball and they're getting into scoring opportunities. I feel like Cthylla is looking for the pass and wide open net. As I say that, Ren caught the beautiful pass off of from Castor, who is having an amazing. As you said, it is awesome to have your captain be able to step up for you the way Castor is as 4 bunts of steel in this game. While you're waiting on your two scores to get started. Great for Castor.
So yeah, I think right here we're going at. So I love Cthylla's play style, and I don't want them to change it because they are playing team ball. And I'm not saying Buzz still is playing team ball, but Cthylla is just playing the better of the team ball. Now look at the infield pass. They got somebody in. No, they're gonna wait it out. But yeah, they're playing the better ball. I think that's what's overwhelming Buns and still is. It's good when you have a superstar. Don't get me wrong, but it's better. I don't know if everybody watched the RLCS where G2 dismounted Gen G, but when you have 3 players that just work together, work well, they don't care about who gets the goal, they just want to get the win. That's when you actually start seeing teams start to hit their stride, start to hit their forward teams, start to fear them. We got a 50. Kid's got to go up to make a defensive play. Does so. Yeah, I think if the Cthulhu just keeps this strategy, always strike one of the redirect, but redirects it all the way back to the other side. Enterprise gets in, ball's gonna go up. Here comes Emily trying to corral the ball. We got a fake on the fake play right here, strike to Emily. Emily back to the middle, but there's no one there. Late ball, they're just got to regroup, resettle. Actually, she might have just hit it right back over. But Kitty steals it off of Cass. Cass going for the demo, misses one, gets the second. Now we got another ball going, got a strike, got a 1-on-1. Can he get back to the ground? No, Emily gets a 50, goes right back to the middle. We got Kitty going straight to the sidewall. And yeah, I think Cthylla, they're playing. Now we're starting to see the defensive side of Enterprise, where they kind of, or not Enterprise, but Cthylla, where they just kind of, one person after another, win the 50, then try to break out. But I think if they just continue to play team ball, and actually we got about 6 seconds here, they got one ball up. This might be their last opportunity. It's a complete miss. Strike completely misses it. And oh my Lord, folks, that's going to hurt the heart. And that's actually going to be a 1-1 in terms of Buns of Steel. And let me just paddle Buns and Steel on their buns because they got away with a double and a triple commit in the last 20 seconds. Cthylla just could not put it away. And honestly, I'm still going to lean towards Cthylla here for winning game 3. If we could get that into the chat for people to vote on, because I got Cthylla for game 3. They look like the better team. They stay together as a better team. It's just Cass stepped up as a captain and made sure that he can at least will one win.
It was some dangerous 50-50s on Bunts of Steel, some pop up balls on Bunts of Steel that they were able to get those balls out those tough positions for them, and just that one at the end that Cthylla could not get the fall, even though it was a great opportunity. So you say you're leaning Bunts of Steel. No, you say you're actually leaning Cthylla on the next game.
Oh yeah, I'm leaning towards Cthylla for game 3.
I'm gonna go Bunts and Steel. I did like we saw more of their offense, and as you said, we did see Cthylla go more of their natural defensive side. So I'm interested to see if Bunts and Steel can keep that momentum going, and we start seeing more of their offensive game.
Yes, sir. They're going right. They're getting right back into it, getting some more players back into the lobby. I just think, and this has always been my philosophy: if a team is strong, then a team is strong together. But if you got one player, we have those teams where like one player is just magnificently better than everybody. And again, if you shut that one player down, that team seems to not function. And right now, I'm just leaning. It's about 55-45. I'm going towards Cthylla to see if their team ball continues to stay team ball. Now hold on, we got one player who wasn't moving, got the ball going up the sidewall. Doesn't like anything happen. Like they probably just got cut off on the start go. Nobody messed. But we got a quick goal. No, it's not a quick goal off the post.
Oh,
Gas coming in. This is a quick counterattack. Somebody's got to go back for that ball. It might squeak in. Kitty gets there. Our strike tries to dive onto it. Emily goes for a 50. We got a pinch ball. This is gonna drop to the other side if it's a miss. And it's not our own goal, thank goodness, because that's how the last one happened when it just dropped on somebody's head. And we got Rennie going to the sidewall, taking up the 100. And now we got a little time where they just settle down. We're actually going to play boomer ball here. We're going straight for the net. Strike comes across. And honestly, it seems like they kind of reverted back to game one. Both teams are kind of just clearing the ball. Maybe it's because once it's 1-1, I mean, it's not playoffs, it's not a best of 5. This is a best of 4, folks. But I mean, nobody wants to give up that lead and going in. Actually, it's multiple ribs. Rennie's just trying to wrap around the ball, gets a chip over one, misses the backflip, and Emily's just going to corral it. But I think nobody wants to go down 2-1. I understand. Nobody wants to lose momentum. But the way this game is going, I think you just got to take the opportunities. Someone's going to have to get a little bit more aggressive. Bundts still was aggressive, but they weren't aggressive enough to get the goal because there was complete whiffs on the other side. Same with Cthylla. The second I see a whiff, I think teams should just start jumping on it as quick as possible.
Yeah, I feel like Cthylla may have regrouped after game two, and you are starting to see them put more pressure on the ball. Not as aggressive as maybe they should be. And as Ren gets the ball past Enterprise, and we will see if Cthylla can get it out, and they does, Emily gets it to the other side, and she actually has a breakaway opportunity. And nice shot, and that is in. Emily, as you said, played one game. Just one game this season, had just one shot, and if I'm not mistaken, she leads the goal. She's the leading goal scorer in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Going back at it, you are correct. I believe she has 4 goals to her name, but I think she also has a couple of assists. So she's the playmaker. She gets things going. And hey, and if I'm the captain, or if we're talking right now in the columns between those 3 seconds between that goal, I'm be like, hey, put the ball in Emily's hand and let her work that magic. So here comes the Enterprise. He's gonna try to pop it back in the middle, but no one's gonna be home right now. Got a quick play. Emily just whiffs it. We got Kitty going straight to the corner. It's like a 2v2 player right now. Here comes the third player. Here comes the second man. We got 4 players in the air. Not one player touched it. That's okay. We're just gonna go straight to the corner. And this is what I mean. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes you get a little bit nervous, and that's what separates certain tiers, contenders, and amateurs. But right now we're going right back into it. Now we're kind of hitting that dead part. Now we're halfway through the game. Bundts still needs something going. We get a great 50 here. Enterprise just with Emily knocks it right through. That's a 50 ball right across the net. Enterprise goes through the save and picks up 100. Now it gets past one. Needs to get past one more. Goes straight for an option shot. Gets a save, a magical save from Casca. Slapping off the post. And now we got another fast break going back the other way. Rennie just got to get to the ball. Misses the ball. And that was an open net.
Yeah, we're seeing both teams, and once again, could be the nerve thing to say the string. Good shot, nice placement by Kitty Meow Meow. Oh, nice shot. I was about to say neither team was finishing at the net. Well, they haven't been finishing at the net, but they did finish right there, almost a little bit, not half court, but very, very nice distance on that. Good job of Kitty Meow Meow. Yeah, neither team is doing a really great job of finishing at the net. They're getting a lot of opportunities. They're getting a lot of opportunities at the net. Both teams just need to settle down and just capitalize on these opportunities that the other team is giving them.
Honestly, but right now, so far, both goals were snipes. Emily sniped one on them, and then Kitty Meow Meow came back around. We got a demo already right now. Ball in the corner, and then Kitty snipes them right back on the other side. So honestly, at this point, it's coming down by just catching the other team out. And while catching the other team out, Enterprise catches the entire team out and gets a go-ahead goal for a 2-1 lead.
And that's the ball control right there that I've been looking for from somebody all game. Enterprise does it. He does a great job of juggling the ball and was able to put that in. I would love to see more of that from him in this series as Bundts still gets a very good kickoff, but nobody was there to at least challenge it. And we're seeing Enterprise again making a move. He's coming on this last game, and Ren is pushing. Well, was pushing the ball. We're about to see our own goal. I thought we were about to see the world's slowest own goal, and we're seeing Bundts still able to kick that out back to midfield. And I would love to see more ball control from Enterprise. He did a really great job on that last goal right there. As we go into this very last minute of Game 3. And we see another shot, but saved by Ren, who still has not been able to get going all game. And I haven't been looking to see, but have you been maybe Cthylla has been demoing Ren? Have you seen any type of defensive scheme that they've been doing on ring to slow him down.
Well, besides the bump I just saw right there, I haven't seen too much going on. Most of the time, it's just Ren over anticipating or under anticipating the ball. Like I say, he had an open net, and then he just completely missed it. So I don't know if Cthylla's getting in his head. They're getting bumps every now and then. But honestly, I would take a bump more than a demo right now. We got a 2v1. Kitty goes off the sidewall. Enterprise pushes to the corner and picks up the 100. Has 481 points. Going for another dribble play. You got 8 seconds left. They got to throw the entire kitchen sink and they just got to do it right now. Somebody's got to get moving. Key's gonna get the ball. Has to go in the air. If not, it's gonna be on the ground. But they keep it up for them. But can they keep it up? No, they cannot, folks. Cthylla takes game 3, gets all the momentum. And Enterprise, I believe, was on the verge of 500. 62 ball touches. Folks, listen to that. 62 ball touches from Enterprise. That means he's definitely controlling the ball and he's definitely controlling the pace of play. And Kiadi Meow Meow stepping up for her team, getting 1 goal, 2 saves. But honestly, looking at it again, 8 shots to Cthylla's way, only 5 to Bundts still. Looks like Cthylla is a more offensive team, regardless of what the stats say. They said throw the script out of the window. This is our game. This is our series to lose now.
Yeah, this is as you said, throw the script completely out the window. I actually did some deep diving on some of the stats, and it's just the way this game is going. It's defying all numbers right now. Coming into this game, Bunch of Steel was second in goals. Cthylla, second of 8 teams in goals in the amateur tier. Cthylla, it was 6 of 8 in goals. Bunch of Steel was 2 of 8 in shots, and Cthylla was 6 of 8 in shots. But you are seeing in this game, Cthylla is putting up way more shots and getting way more offensive pressure than Bundts still is getting has been able to get, and this has been very surprising.
Yes, it is. And we're about to load into this last game. And honestly, here's what I think the Buns still should just do. And Cthylla, keep doing what you're doing. You're the offensive team. You keep going. But if the Buns still go up 1-0, and this is what happens to a lot of teams, you go 1-0, you think there's blood in the water. And then you start trying to get more aggressive. And then you leave, you let it go in, and then the team is right back into it. So this team needs to be more patient. They were up 1-0. They were winning. They were actually back in the game, too. They were up 1-0. They were there. They were sitting there, and then everything was fine. And then again, when you're tied, just be patient. Let your game plan come out and come into fruition for anybody listening. But honestly, Cthylla, they just want it more. They want to show that hey, we can fight for that. Like everybody's if you some of those people that listened to the cat I see yesterday, I think it was I like to call it the RSC first touch. If you listen to it, everybody was hyping up the Buns of Steel and Cthylla was like, hey, this ain't a 1 team race. This is about a 2, 3, 4 team race here. Don't give them all the credit. Now, actually, Enterprise just
And
gets past the
Enterprise,
one, beats the whole team, ball is up in the air. That's gonna roll out of the shot frame. But here comes striking to put it back on frame. That's a block by Cass. And before I hand it over to you, BB, you were talking about Enterprise control, and we almost seen him ball the entire team.
yeah, oh yeah, he was getting his Iverson on with that one. Like I said, I would love to see him do more of that. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. He doesn't feel confident to do it all the time, but he has the ability to do it
Oh, we
all the
have
time. But
somebody
right now, he
sitting.
is not moving at all.
Enterprise isn't moving at all. Do we have? Let me check.
Yeah, you can't call.
I don't know if he's having a latency. He is having a latency issue, but so was
Oh,
Kitty Meow Meow. They both were at 120 ping, but Kitty Meow Meow said, "I'm just gonna take a shot."
yeah, this is a very unfortunate thing to happen in game 4, of which a series of with Cthylla looked like they were possibly going to go 3-1 at the end of it. Oh, and the Enterprise is moving, so it's a lot of time left. So, but it's unfortunate to give up a goal like that early. And this is it's still very early in the season, so this isn't a make or break series for anybody right now. But you do want to get wins early on in the season, especially because in RSC the playoff race is always so tight, and is always a battle, even for the last spot. So you wanna win games early, so you don't have to fight so hard at the end, or maybe can give up some games at the end. As Cthylla puts the ball, well, Bunsen still actually puts the ball in the middle of Cthylla's net, wasn't able to finish. Nobody was there. Enterprise with the dribble. Let's see what he does. He was a great read by Kitty Meow Meow. Emily with the pass over. Let's see if Sticks can get it back. He does. And own goal. Oh, man. To be fair, I think that was going in anyway. Somebody from Cthylla was coming around to knock it in. But I don't know if that was Kitty Meow Meow did it for them.
I think Cass accidentally backflip, but I think Cass knew that somebody was on their backside. And this is what I mean. For a lot of teams, they're up 1-0 and you're just rushing your rotation. But kudos for Cthylla getting back. Well, like, I'm not going to call it a handicap goal, but let's say the servers were on their side when they gave up that goal. But now Cthylla said they're going to get it back. Ball goes right across the middle, but there's no one there. But here comes Enterprise. Enterprise skies it. Kitty's just going to get a bang, and they need to get out and get out quick, and they actually do. Cass gets it out to the side. We got Kia Meow Meow putting it up to the back wall. We might get a free goal here. No. Rensuke gets stopped by a strike, and now Enterprise taking control yet again. Going to the sidewall. Are we going to see amateur air dribble? No, we won't. He gets past one, over to second. There's nobody in the net. Emily taps to the side, and Cass is going to put it back down the field. So it looks like we got a demo. We got a double demo. It's an open on the side, but Emily holds onto the ball just long. We might have actually an own goal. Kitty Meow Meow puts it off sidebar. Here comes Emily. No good. And now we're just gonna both teams are getting a little bit desperate. We almost had a rule one right here on this sideball between Enterprise. But I think both teams are just getting a little bit too desperate on the outreach. Some of the goals are coming to them, and some of them are trying to force it. That's a good save from Kitty Meow Meow. Had to make that save, or it's going to be a goal. Here goes running up in the air. What does he have to think? He has 28. He's still air dribbling. He's flying over him. Ball goes straight out, stealing down. And then we're going to see if anybody's going to fly for this one that's kind of mid-air. Strike puts there to Kitty. Kitty's going to take it back out. We got Emily trying to get a cut shot. We got a team bump on the backside. It might just be open. He just needs to turn his car and he can't get it in. And there's a lot of nervousness for some reason on both sides right now. The ball is just floating.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was all 6 players that jumped and missed that ball. And this is what I mean by these nerves are hitting him. And with that, we got a quick infield pass from Kia Meow Meow. They're going to get Ren going here. And this is what I mean by if you're going to be a team, get your star player going. Cass and Kitty have been doing everything they can to get Ren going here. But just backtracking just a little bit more. That's what I mean by nerves. 6 players, no one touches the ball, no saves, no goal. They just kind of skedaddle out of the way.
Yeah. This has been it's getting kind of wacky. It's getting kind of wacky out there. You're seeing a whole lot of, you're seeing double demos, you're seeing whiffs, you're seeing it all. You're seeing the very best of the amateurs here right now. And we almost saw another goal from Kitty. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to keep trying to say the meow meow part. Almost saw a nice goal from Kitty just now. Almost saw a nice goal from Emily just now. And we'll see a nice goal from Six to tie it up. 2-2 with a minute left. It is nerves. Both of these teams want this game real bad, and we are seeing them do everything and pull out everything to get this win as it is 2-2 with a minute left, and we are on the pitch, and we will see who wins this kickoff. It goes slightly in Cthylla's favor. Let's see if they can capitalize off of it. Emily goes up, will not make a touch. Now Kitty Meow Meow, and I did it again, takes control. Casca has a nice shot, hits the wall wide right like Buffalo Bills kicker in that game. Sorry if I offended anybody. Casca Reborn, who started off real hot. We haven't really heard much of him or said anything about him from his hot start, but he almost made a beautiful touch right there. Nice by Enterprise for being able to get that out. What are you seeing in this game going into this last 30 seconds? How do you see this going?
I see it going into overtime, but if I'm Cthylla, if we go into overtime, we have to calm down. This game could be completely different if they would have just calmed down. We were talking about Bundts still missing in the first game. They missed 4 opportunities. Now we're talking about Cthylla missed 3 opportunities here. So at this point, Sting is just going to sit there. He's making sure that there's no goals coming in. We're going to overtime here because they need to kill the ball, and the ball does get killed. But everybody just needs to calm down, reset, new game, and here we go.
Yeah, we see we are in overtime, and Bundts is still. That's exactly how you want to start an overtime on your side of the field. And we see Kitty Meow Meow trying to take control of it, and she's going to come off the wall. Let's see if we see that air dribble in amateur. We not, but we do see a shot by Ren, and we see a save by Emily, and we're seeing Bundts still keep the pressure up. Let's see if Enterprise actually helped Bundts still right there with that pop up. Let's see if Kitty can get the challenge. She cannot. And you never want to go backwards game. And let's see who gets this 50. It goes more to Cthylla's favor. And goal by Enterprise. Beautiful way to end that game. Nice pass by Six. over to Enterprise, who read that perfectly, great read, and we had a series that went, and Cthylla won 3-1. 3-1. Well, it doesn't work like that. It's not like it counts as one win for either team, or a loss for either team. So it's 3-1 Cthylla. But as you said, everybody was had counted them out. Everybody counted them out. Everybody had Bundts kind of handily taking this series. How surprised is everybody right now?
I mean, seeing that first game, I see why I put them up there, and I see why those games that I watched when they went 4-4 over a week were that close. But going back to the stats, 300s across the board for Cthylla. Cass only had 130, did have a save at one point. Kitty Mammer at 362, Rensuke at 266. And honestly, I think the MVP, in my opinion, I'm going to have to go Emily. You played one game, you come in and you show everyone who's boss. You might even show your own team, hey, I need to start. If we want to go to playoffs and win the whole thing, I need to start.
She definitely made a case for herself to become part of that starting rotation with how she played. She played very well. Not only did she score herself, but she did a great job of getting her teammates involved and playing defense, playing very great defense, playing very aggressive. So that is something to look forward to. If Emily gets put in the starting rotation, what does this Cthylla team look like? And also, what do you think is going on in that Bundts of Steel locker room with you coming into this game? People believing that you were going to kind of have your way with this team, and you didn't. Is this more of a learning experience from them? I mean, for them.
I say it's more of a learning experience. Just say we got teams that go 8-0. Hey, you're going to give up a series at one point, unless you're the Hammerheads back from a couple seasons ago, or you're a couple, or even further back if you were here that long back in season 13, where a team went I think on a pretty good 16-0 run streak. But listen, you're going to give up a series. Keep on moving. Keep on trucking, folks. That was our only game of the week, or not of the week, of the day. But moving on, like you're saying, yeah, you just gotta reload and come back stronger Wednesday, because both teams did have latency problems in that last game, so can't really blame anything. And it's like you just gotta take what you can, and life give you lemons, you make lemonade.
And they did. They were able to rebound from the fact that they were without Enterprise for like what the first 30 seconds of that game, and to win it in overtime. So good job to Cthylla. Good job, and thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us and watching great Rocket League action.
And before we leave, my name is Carnage Wolfby. We got BB Comedian. Hey, tune in Wednesday, same time, different teams. And before we go, if you have anybody that wants to be in the RSC, I think the signups are already closed, but for next season, just go ahead, pull them in the Discord, get them ready. That way, when we come back around for our summer series, hey, they're here. As you guys are watching, it's loads of fun. For Tech 4, and I can't remember the Buzz is still a GM, but hey, you guys have great teams, and I'm excited to see them. I think Cthylla keeps it up. This is your one. This is your team one, team two, and we're gonna see them in the finals.
It'll be fun to see how this season progresses.